Hello, all. Do you really understand what communication skills? Because I often seen that people talk about communication and they refer to language. Said, right? It's really sad because knowing a language does not mean knowing a communication or refer to as a good communication skills. So, what is communication skills? In my words, it is an art of your thoughts, views, that how are you expressing it using an appropriate words and setting a right tone for an expression. Like, for example, if you're talking to your boss, your words will be different. Your tone of asking and explaining yourself or expressing yourself, your thoughts, your task descriptions, or the result of your report, everything, the tone will be different, right? But if you're talking back at your home to your wife, to your mother, to your son, your tone and the words will be very different. Means you talk in a very informal way. Even sometimes you don't think that okay whether that particular word is right to speak or not. So back at home, very informal with friends, very informal, and in office in front of your boss or some higher officials or something like that, it's in a public place, a formal way of expression. But knowing a good communication skills means you are going to express your views not only in your office or a public places but at your personal places, your home, in a correct way so that you can make an impact on the listener, or so that you can actually express your intentions and delivered in a right way so the listener or a reader of your thoughts can take it in a right sense, in the sense or intention actually you want to make it, right? Then only you can have or you can say I have a good communication skills, because the intention which I want to deliver is actually received correctly by the recipient of my listener. Then only it makes sense. Otherwise, many times we heard, oh, here is a miscommunication. And the speaker says, I said this only. And listener said, no, I understood something else. And that's called a miscommunication. So, guys, we really want to understand, we really want to make our communication good, not only at the language level, but at the thought level, because communication starts from your own thoughts. So now let's see that how can we improve our communication skills. And for doing so, we must understand following things. First, to whom are you talking? Right? You must have an understanding. Are you talking to your boss, your children, your wife, your mom? Means who is at the receiving end, right? It is very, very important to know your listener. Second, what kind of feeling do you want to express? Means, are you going to express happy feeling, love, or you are annoyed, or you want to make a request, or some kind of instructions you want to give? So there are a lot of situations, and in each and every situations it's different. Situation demand is different. Suppose you want to teach something to your child, or you want to, maybe you want to express yourself in a instructive way, or sometimes being a very polite way, because intention is only one, making a point. Let's move to the other point. Third one is, are you the right person, or do you have an authority to say so? Hmm? Please think about it, because it happens. So this is happen, at workplaces. You may not be the right person, means maybe you are a colleague, but you are not the team leader, to instruct something or asking some kind of particular information to other team or someone else. I'm giving a very formal example, but you can relate it, with different scenarios. You really need to think about it. Are you the appropriate person? Are you the right person? Do you have an authority to say so, to ask so, or not? Next, why do you want to say it? It is really, really very crucial question. You should know why. Why do you want to say it? What is the reason behind it? What kind of information, are you going to deliver it by saying so? Or what kind of information are you going to take back from the recipient, by, asking the questions and questions? So why? What are you going to achieve by saying those words, by saying those things? So you really need to ask yourself, why do you want to say it? Why? Guys, this is really crucial, and every person should ask, because this why solves lot of the problems. Next, decide, does it really make sense? So you have already thought about it. Why do you want to say it? Now, your why, your reason, does it really make sense? Does it making a difference or not? Because often we really don't think about it, or we don't, we don't deeply thought about it, and sometimes some words or something just hurt other person, or maybe the listener take your words or your things offensively, or other way around, and you just say, oh, I doesn't mean it. So, or so you really need to understand, and before saying anything you should ask yourself, why do you want to say it, and does it really make sense? Because sometimes it is better to leave things unsaid. Benjamin Franklin said, and I quote, "Remember, not only to say the right thing in the right place, but far more difficult still to leave unsaid the wrong things at the tempting moments. So I hope you understand it because many problems occurs of such kind of situations, right? So guys, before converting your thoughts, feelings into word and say it aloud, we must clear about ourselves, our intentions. Then it's the time to think about appropriate words and set the right tone of your expression. Because ultimate goal is to speak or write in such a way that will make and correct impact to the recipient, the listener, to your audience, to your reader of your article, of your mail. You know, emails often make such kind of miscommunication. So you really think, you really need to think before you say a words. So guys, before we are going to deep dive into the technique of learning communication skills, I want you guys to do a little small exercise, and that exercise is retrospect on your current way of communication and write it down on a paper for your better understanding. Why I'm asking this? Because once you know your level, once you know how are you thinking right now, from there it is easy for you to improve, right? So know yourself better before learning techniques or improving on your communication skills. And I would like to ask that please share your views, mistake, understanding in the discussion section so that your thoughts may become a learning for someone else. Someone else can learn from your mistakes, your feelings, or your thought process. And that will be really helpful for each of us. And I'm going to teach techniques in the coming classes. So, guys, do this exercise and see you in the next class.